The AI revolution for 2024. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And in today's video, we are doing an update for 2024 with AI. And not to scare you, but everything has changed. And so last year in 2023, we told you about this crazy thing called AI and how it's going to change wholesaling real estate. And basically, this month, all of the AI has changed in a good way, in an insane way. And so we were prepared for this. We knew it was coming. And now we are live streaming. And as you know that we do on Flip with Rick and everything, we are always the only ones that talk about it because we're not here to sell you something on it, right? And so I've seen so many wholesaling gurus create their own softwares. They use the word AI. So they basically create a prop stream type company.
Mm-hmm.
They add AI to it, just the word AI, and then they try to sell it, right? It's insane. But really what we're going to do today is break down the newest AI technology for 2024 that is free. The best AI is actually the free ones. The AI that people are pouring billions and billions into is not your guru's AI that he spent 50 grand on and he's selling it to you, right? No, the best AI right now, as of this video, is going to be shared to you for free. So let's break this all down. Let's share exactly how to do this and get rich wholesaling real estate and using new AI tools to really change the way we wholesale real estate. Now, if you were, everyone's mind was blown last year when I did this. I can just tell you things have gotten crazier. Things have gotten to a point where it's going to, the way that you're used to government lists, the ways and the issues a lot of you guys have had back in the day about government lists have changed. And I'm super excited. I'm super pumped up. I'm jacked up today to share exactly how you can do it absolutely for free right now. So let's break this down. Let's get into it. And let's talk about the AI revolution for 2024. Now, last year, ChatGPT, Bard AI came to the picture, and it really blew the way we're wholesaling, right? We were pulling government lists. With AI now, we were writing emails. We were analyzing deals. We were analyzing where to drive for dollars with AI. It was insane. And basically, there's been a big update. And specifically, ChatGPT 3.0 turned to 3.5, and now we have 4.0, and that's all great. But that's really not the best AI anymore. It's actually kind of crazy. But it's this new AI tool software, and then this is not a sales pitch at the end of this. I promise you this, okay? But basically, when Google came in the picture for AI last year, they had a thing called Bard AI, and I did a bunch of things on it, and I shared it. It was insane because it was ChatGPT, but connected to the internet. And they're worth a lot more money than OpenAI, right? And so basically what happened was they just poured billions and billions of more dollars into it and connected AI to the largest search engine in the world, which was Google. And this has changed a lot for us. And so to introduce it, they came out the new one this month, literally, I think a week ago, but it's really been live for like a couple days for the public, more or less. It's called Gemini. And this thing is, I don't want to say game changing because that's a cringy way to say things, right? But like it's insane. And if I had this back when I was starting out, it would change everything. And so we're here to talk about Gemini. We're here to talk about how we're going to use it for wholesaling real estate and what we can do with it. And really, I can explain it, but I'm just here to show it and show you exactly how to use Gemini to get wholesaling real estate deals. So here it is. I'm going to give everyone basically the login information on it of how you can access this. It's basically just called Gemini. That's really it. I'm going to put the link in here, right here, so everyone can follow with me if you want. But it's got a lot of insane things to it. And so let's go and try to see what's going on here. Let's add it up. Okay. Let's see here. All right, good. I think we're all set. All right, perfect. So here it is. It's Gemini right here, and we're all set. So if you go here to gemini.google.com, it's kind of crazy, but it's basically does everything for us except for cold calling. That's basically the only thing it's not going to do for us. And it might change in the future. So we're excited about it. It's called Gemini. Here's the link to it if you want to join it or just search Gemini, Google. It's free, FYI, by the way. So we're not like telling you like it's free. Okay, it won't cost you any money at all to do this. It's going to change the way we're doing a lot of things. So let's kind of present it. Let's do it. So first and foremost, freewholesaling.com, our free real estate wholesaling course. We do have basically tutorials on how to use AI for wholesaling. The one thing I will tell you is we have to update these videos now because it's all changed. Okay, so let's break this all down and let's kind of show you how to do Gemini. And what I want to do is do the things that are different first, and then show you exactly what's new, what's the same with it. So it'll do everything we're used to for AI. So we'll break that down too. But let's kind of talk about exactly one of my favorite ones, and we're just gonna kind of talk about it from the get-go. So let's see if I can move this here. So I really hope I don't get in trouble here. I probably will. Let's see if I got this here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble here. Let me here, let's do this. I have to go. So explain, this is a code violation list I'm trying to pop up for everyone.
Yeah, so what he's doing is pulling up a code violation list, and because of the rules of social media, there's privacy stuff that if we display it, you guys won't be able to view the stream on a recorded basis. So I believe he's going in and redacting some stuff to keep us out of trouble. Yeah.
If you do want the uncensored version, you go to freewholesaling.com.
Yeah, that way you get it there. And guys, the other thing is everyone's trying to sell you AI. Honestly, even if you hired someone who did it, by the time you implement it and used it, I promise you it will almost be outdated, especially on a paid one. Because all these people are doing, they're just doing plugins to Gemini, Bart, Chat GPT, and all that stuff. So just if you can learn how to do the basics here, then you can make a decision what you want to do. But if you do a paid service, at the rate it's going, it'll be outdated so quickly. By the time you bought it, you might get a few months use out of it, and there'll be faster and better ways to do it. So
let's share this up right here. So right here is, I hope it's redacted. Okay, it's redacted. This is basically with our basically I did an old one because I didn't want to do any new ones. So I kind of went back my old emails, and this is in 2018. So I'm not doing any new information. I'm not exposing anything, right? This is back in 2018. Basically, I mean, to this day, we still get emails like this sent to us from the Sebastian Police Department in Florida. And basically, I hope this is all redacted enough. I try to redact the locations. But basically, they used to send us PDFs. And I used to hire a VA to manually add that stuff in.
Yep.
And so what I'm going to do is, I don't get these in trouble, obviously. But what I'm going to do is just unredact this. So we're going to stop it right here. We're going to unredact this thing. And let's go here. And then I'm going to, remember, this is a PDF. So it's actually kind of sucks to do that, right? There's a PDF. Like, remember, you get a PDF, like you used to have to pay a bunch of money to get this all done.
You had to pay a VA, or if you ever used like OCR software, it was just extremely unreliable.
And then even if you can copy and paste it, guess what you had to do? You had to go out here and manually put it on a spreadsheet. It was a lot of work. And so this one is 42 pages, FYI. So literally all I'm going to do is go to Gemini. And I'm doing this live. I want to give everyone a warning, though, really quick. Gemini is the best AI, but it's very, how do I say, it's very PG-13, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is, if the AI, it's trained from Google on this because they're trying to be nice guys. John's saying it the right way. If it says something that it feels like it'll offend somebody or not be the right thing, it won't do it. And so, for example, it's not. If I tell it what I'm going to use it for, it won't give it to me. But if I just say in general, it'll do it. Look in the comments of what I mean. I'm not trying to get political here, but you know what I mean. So basically, what I can do is I can click here, upload image, and upload the image. And so let's go to Gemini here. A lot of pictures. I don't want to reveal our thing crazy right now. So is this it? Yeah. So I just uploaded the image, as you can see here, and I'm going to write it a prompt. So the prompt that I'm going to write it is, let's see, what should I say? I'm going to say something simple. I'm going to say organize this into an Excel format. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm just saying it organize this into an Excel format, right? It's a PDF. So it can analyze photos now, which is pretty crazy to me. And so I don't want to reveal the address. I just remember this is a live stream. I can't reveal addresses, unfortunately. So it's organizing it. And basically, how do I don't want to, I guess I have to show it, right? I don't know. Can I? Let's see. So I clicked create spreadsheet. So I'm going to open this up in Sheets. All right, cool. So this one I can just delete, right?
Yeah,
yeah, I can delete that. All right, good.
They'll know.
So basically, I go into the AI and I clicked open sheet. And basically what it did was it opened this sheet for me. And this is pretty cool. So remember, I can't show the entire thing. If I show addresses, this YouTube video will be taken down to the privacy policy. But if you look here, it organized that picture into this spreadsheet right now.
It's insane.
It's nuts.
Dude,
So,
I
like,
used to have to wait sometimes weeks to get this stuff done, and you're getting it done in less than 10 seconds.
Now, these were all addresses. They were all put in 123 Main Avenue. Remember, I can't put that on here, right? But that's crazy to me, right? Like literally just it's put it into that format. And so first and foremost, like you can organize any pictures you get now, like game changing. And so let me just write, test on here just so we can. All right, good. And so just because I put test on it, so I got a new sheet on here. Let's see. So a lot of you guys have that issue, the PDFs being sent. So do you see, I'm going to scroll back. I don't want to show too much of it, but it did give me this whole spreadsheet information in the AI. If I can creep on it, you kind of get what I'm trying to get at here, right? It does that. So first and foremost, for government lists, you get sent PDFs now. You get sent pictures of case numbers and stuff. You can just get a list. And for example, a lot of you guys will get a list of like 100 case information, or you'll get an address of like all the docket numbers. You can write a prompt like make an Excel spreadsheet for the following docket numbers and then copy and paste it. It will create it. You can export that for Excel and then send that to your code enforcement lady and say, can I get the code violations for every single one of these? You can do it's insane to me. They go, but we're going to give you a PDF scanned copy of it. And they do all this stuff, but it's insane. And so Jason, it's called Gemini. So just search Google AI, Gemini will pop up. It's insane. And so let's keep blowing you guys' minds here. This is kind of a funny one. So this is actually something I was testing on. And so here's the next part, right? So first of all, you can upload pictures and it can analyze the pictures for you, which is mind blowing. Right? It doesn't do human faces yet due to the privacy policy. So like probably in a year, you'll be able to upload a picture of your face and say, create a picture of Rick Ginn holding a Super Bowl trophy for the Miami Dolphins, and it'll do it, right?
That's a tough one.
So now it doesn't do people right now because it's trying to understand the laws and everything for that. But I think the upgraded version, it lets you do that. So let's kind of talk about the generative pictures on this. And I don't think you know too much about this yet because this is all new.
I'm lucky to
so
get the computer
basically, what's one thing in wholesaling that people literally flip out over? They love their logos, they love the graphics. And so we can use Gemini, free software, by the way, to create graphics. So I'm going to ask it.
And now you're going to put a lot of people out of business here.
Yeah. So I'm going to do generate a vibrant and lively logo for a real estate buying company with a map of Port St. Lucie, Florida, with the text Treasure Coast Home Buyers. And so I'm going to do it like that. And guess what? We're going to search that in there. And we're going to have it generate a logo for me. Now, it's not going to be perfect. Remember, this thing gets better by the day. But it will give you a lot of crazy stuff. Let's see what pops up here. Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
So, Treasure Coast Home Buyer. So yeah, it's not perfect. Treasure Coast Home Buyers. There's a picture of Port St. Lucie right there. Of course, they need to get it better. I can just download that, right? I can click generate more. And then I can just switch things up. Be like, make it more simple. And it will do whatever I say. It'll generate photos and do the whole thing for us. And so that's a pretty cool thing. And so it'll make it a little more simple. So Treasure Coast home buyers, a little map there. It gives you some understanding of it. Now, it won't be perfect of it, but still, I think it's pretty cool, right? I mean, I can even add stuff. I'm going to add something crazy. It'd be like, put a logo of, quote, flip with Rick on a luxury yacht. So you can just put like, put flip with Rick on a luxury yacht, right? So I can't generate a logo that looks like Flip with Rick. So it can't use our logo, obviously. So put a logo of the text Flip with Rick on a luxury yacht. And what it's going to do here is it's going to generate this. And let's see what happens. Okay. So I got to so you got to generate an image. Generate an image of the text. So it's very weird how like you got to do it. Right. I told you it's very let's see what it generates here. So it'll generate some insane things. So like, for example, flip this house.
So that's cool.
So so now it knows what I'm trying to do, and now it's stopping me, which kind of upsets me. So generate an image with a boat with the text. Rick Ginn on a luxury yacht. So I mean, just use your imagination. Oh my gosh. Generate an image with a boat. Do I even have it? Let's see. Generate an image of a boat with a logo that says it's very weird how it does it. But I think you get the point where we're trying to do here. So it'll create a lot of logos. It'll do a lot of things here. Not have enough information. How did it work in the other day? And no big deal. We can go to the next one here. But basically, it'll generate. Let's see. So you can add that, and then it's kind of funny. So it does not like that. See, if I clear the chat, it'll go change it really quick.
See, it's already filtering us.
So seriously. So I can generate.
They know about us.
Picture of a monkey holding a sign that says "I love wholesaling houses." That might work.
Thinking.
It's creating a picture. It's crazy to me. And so you can just like, I love wholesaling houses, right? And so think about this for a second. All right. Now the reason I'm doing this because I'm not trying to entertain you guys. Guess what? Generate a picture of a monkey holding a sign that says, ready? We buy houses cash 772-111. Random phone number, okay? Not my phone number. By the way, don't call this one.
Make somebody happy.
Let's see if it'll do numbers. Playing around with this thing. So no personal.
It's got boundaries on animals.
Cash to Miami.
You just got to play around with it.
You got to play around with it. See, now it knows what I'm doing. So all I have to do is go here to my settings. The problem is now it knows I'm trying to mess with it. So I just got to go to help. Delete my history. Now, the reason I'm doing this is not to play around with you guys, but because this is what you can do for digital bandit signs. So let's go back here. All right, let's go back here. Says okay. So what I want to do if I go to like a Facebook group for digital bandit sign, what I'm going to do here is just like take one of these images and then post it. So for example, if it's like a monkey loving group, we buy houses cash. So I can download that and then post it in the Facebook group and then try to get some wholesaling deals, right? And then you put your phone number on the bottom there, right? You can do it really anything, right? So like, I mean, think about it. You can say, generate a picture of, so let's say for example, of a dolphin like the so you gotta remember, like I can go to like the Miami Dolphins fan group if I'm gonna try, and maybe I'll try to generate this image, post it in there because it's Miami Dolphins related, and then I'll post it in the Miami Dolphins fan group and said, yeah, I'm looking to buy some houses cash and I love the Miami Dolphins. So like, for example, boom, cool. Right here. So I would go to a Miami Dolphins fan group, use this image, and then just explain who loves the Dolphins as much as I love buying houses. And then boom, you can post it on there, right? I'm not doing it to be crazy, but like, look at that.
That'll get attention.
I know, but like that gets attention, right? Oh, wow, that's a cool little logo someone made there. Do you know how hard that is to draw?
You have to be like a Photoshop expert.
It's insane, right?
You have to hire a VA. You have to pay all sorts of money.
And like, you can do it for anything, right? So like, here's a picture of a Dallas Cowboy, like the NFL team. So like, you go to Dallas Cowboys group. This one's a little harder to do, obviously, but they might have the star on it. Let's see. It probably won't let it because it's a copyrighted logo. But it'll let you do the Dolphins one.
I'm not gonna let you do that one. You have to worry about the Dolphins. So it's people.
Oh. Probably won't do that. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna do that for me too. All right, let's do this. Just do animals then. So if I'm doing Dallas, let's do a
just do like
Maverick horse. So Dallas Maverick, like the Dallas Mavericks team holding a sign. So I'll just go like if I go to Dallas, maybe I'll do a Dallas Mavericks one, right? And we can do that. See if it'll add it up. Now, I know it's kind of weird, but for digital bandit signs, if not, I got to clear the search history again because it's getting on to me. But like if I'm going to Dallas, I'm going to do the Dallas Mavericks one because we got our event in Dallas. And I'd be posting this in Facebook groups all over so I don't know. Well, look at that. We buy
Sure.
houses. It's like the Dallas Mavericks. They got Dallas jerseys on. Isn't that crazy?
How are they holding that sign up?
I don't know. It's a banner.
Okay.
Are those hooves?
That's why I said it's like his paw. His
Yeah, they got hooves. It
Their
says
hooves
we
are
buy
holding it up.
houses with a little basketball in there. So like,
That's cool.
I know it sounds stupid right now, but like in a year, it's gonna be insane. So like you can do like Armelio text, like you can change everything you want on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's crazy. And so for like the last one I'd say is like, for example, because everyone in the South loves football. So if I'm doing like Northern Georgia, like Atlanta, I'm going to go to the Georgia Bulldogs fan group and be like, generate a picture of a bulldog like of a bulldog in a black and red football uniform holding a sign that says we buy houses cash any condition close in set. Now this is a little much, but like I'll go to Georgia Bulldogs Facebook group and then go do that, and then you will catch people's attention, right? Because first of all, they're like, that's actually insane art.
Mm-hmm.
And now it might not do. Oh, look, there we go.
Oh my God, it's a cute dog.
So look at that. We buy houses. So it's not the perfect. We buy houses cash any condition.
Like you can see how you can customize it.
And so like you see that?
So no longer you need like a Photoshop Corel like
we buy houses
certificate.
any condition close in 7 days. I'm gonna write make the bulldog like white. What's a white bulldog called? Like for the mascot?
I don't know,
It's
white
breed of Georgia bulldog. White English bulldog. Okay.
Oh, English, that's what it was.
So all I'm gonna do is just copy this of a white English bulldog. It says we buy houses cash. Done. And so I would go in the Facebook groups and just start posting stuff like that. It's a complete game changer how you do this. And I'm just trying to show exactly like what this new AI can use. And for digital bandit signs, this is, see, there we go. That's way better. Look, we buy houses cash right there.
That's cool.
Look at that. That's not a real picture, by the way. That's AI. That's a created picture. That's not real.
Looks real.
Look at that. We buy house. Okay. We buy houses cash. Look at that. Come on.
That's
You can't
cool.
beat that. And you can change that for any team. So if I'm doing the Cleveland Browns, I can change it, right? And so just posting that in Facebook groups, gonna get attention because people are gonna think like this picture right here. People are gonna think you literally have your dog.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in this uniform.
It's crazy. I mean, between photographers and Photoshop people and
so it can generate this is crazy, but like generate this is the best one.
Oh
people are gonna think that's your dog.
That's
and
really
you dress
cool.
the dog up in a Georgia Bulldogs uniform,
That's really cool.
and you put that around its neck.
This is what we talk about being resourceful, man.
Like that is a viral video right there that you're gonna get a ton of traction on for digital bandit signs. It's insane to me, right? We buy houses cash. Come on. You can't beat that.
You can't.
People don't think you literally do that to your dog. And people are like, wow, that's a cool dog, right?
Really cool.
And so it's marketing for wholesaling real estate that no one, for $50,000 for my software, we'll generate this or that. Blech.
They're not doing it.
This gets you the wholesaling deals. And so that blows my mind how you can do that. But we got a lot more to share. But like, isn't that crazy to me? I think it's pretty cool. So also on top of this too, I do want to show you. Now, this does sound crazy. Let's see here. Oops. Allow the visit. Oh, I won't do that there. Never mind. I won't do that right now. But you could record yourself with the AI and it can make a summary of your meetings too. That's another thing. I wasn't going to do it too well. But like if you're having a phone call, click this use the entire phone call and it'll transcribe it for you. It's pretty dang cool. Now, this Gemini is also more connected to the internet than ever. And so, for example, there are some, how can I say, bad information about wholesaling real estate being spread on the internet. Best way I can say, about laws and regulations and all these things. So like, let's say, for example, they had that new law in Virginia that I did the video on yesterday. I can just search, give me a summary of HB 917 Virginia. And it's connected to the internet. It's actually pretty good information here. It basically does this, right? These transactions include buying or dealing with real estate contracts. And so it gives you the link. It lets you look at this, right? And so you can ask it questions. It's not the perfect of it, but like you could, oh, right here. And so you can literally just ask it information about laws and wholesaling and be like, is wholesaling legal in Florida? And so like, obviously it's not going to give you the full like legal thing, but like it'll pop it up. No real estate license is required. And what state statutes in Florida talk about real estate when it comes to probate, right? So if I want to look up like the probate laws, now it's not a legal scholar, but like if you want to know exactly where, exactly, so it'll say here, real estate in the context of probate, chapter 731 to 735. Boom. It talks about the chapters, right? Testate, intestate, right? These type of estates, administration of estates. You can explain in Alabama, is it possible to buy a house when it's in probate, right? And so it'll give you all the case law, and like, let's say Alabama, for example, like it'll give us all the laws and information that we need. Buying house while it's in probate is possible, but it can be more complex. It literally just it gives you the timeline. This is Alabama, right? Possible approaches, work with the PR, offering all cash to attract the seller. It gives you the information. What laws about buying a house in probate in Alabama can I read or get? And so it'll just give you more information. And so like you're trying to learn about your laws for probates, all these things. Like the AI now is powerful enough where it can give you all the code. So code 43 probate, you can click it, gives you a link. That's pretty dang cool. And it's absolutely game changing right now for wholesaling real estate. If you actually want to start getting some wholesaling real estate deals, some analysis on theirs, and really it's game changing right now. Now, this is 2024 video. So I can't guarantee what's going to happen in 2025 because it's exponential growth, but AI right now, their audio is not that good. The audio is not terrible, but it's not perfect. And so there's a lot of companies out here saying AI will cold call for you and talk. Due to our legal definitions and the way that we look at AI when it comes to cold calling, it is against the TCPA laws. So it's not going to work because you're not dialing it yourself. It's going to auto do it. Basically, AI calling you live is going to be under the jurisdiction of RVMs, which has already been illegal. So that's kind of the situation we're in right now in wholesaling real estate. So no cold calling for AI. AI can analyze a lot of stuff. For example, I can upload let's upload our free contract on there, and we can just go here. Actually, we can also do this too. If you want to be crazy, right? We can say, write up a lease option agreement in the state of Florida for a 0% down, 10-year payments with an option of $250,000 dated for March 1st, 2024. So it might tell me to use a lawyer. So I am testing this out live because the old AI used to not do this. So let's see, it'll do a real estate contract. So it says it won't give you a complete one, but it'll give you a great outline.
Can you imagine replacing lawyers?
So look at this.
It's not
so this is a lease option
for
agreement,
legal advice, but
option prices, right? And it'll go through the whole thing.
Crazy.
And it's using legal documents, right? And sources. And so let's see what source this is. That's not a good source. Okay, so you can do this. Create a blank outline for a subject to contract of Montana. So let's see if we'll create a subject to one. I actually did not look up if it does a subject to one. So subject to, closing, contingencies, due diligence, termination. Yeah, that's not good at all. But what I can do is have it analyze a contract and, hey, give me the gist of it, right? Oops. So it'll do a lot of cool stuff for us on here. So that's the power of AI for it. So let's kind of go back and look at like what generally AI can do for us. And let's kind of see what has changed locally here, right? So the cool part about Gemini is it works pretty well. So if I want to go here and let's do, where can I contact the probate department in the county in Las Vegas, Nevada? Because this is in ChatGPT, it's connected to Google. So you can go look this stuff up here and it's going to tell me, hey, how do I go out here and get probates in Las Vegas? And so it's going to tell me that it's going to be this building. Here is the information. Here's the website. And it gives me all the, so that's pretty cool. Like if you want to find probates, zero excuses now. It's all in here, right? So you want to figure out where to get the probates. It's going to be all in there, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy. I don't know how you complicate this at all because wholesaling real estate is pretty simple, right? Oh, I don't know how to find my median home price, right? No, how do I find the median home price of Dallas, Texas? Let's pop it up. Boom, 425. And it gives me links to look it up. So now I have information here in Dallas, Texas, right? Boom, easy, simple. Like this is game-changing stuff. And so let's look at this, here's another one. We're using, these are old Bard scripts, but like they're kind of updated now for Gemini. So let's go play around with them. Here's the next one. How do I explain subject to a home seller?
Carefully.
Say, well, how do I explain subject to a seller? Define subject to. Motivation. Address the concerns. Explain since their name remains on the mortgage. Their name does not remain on the, well, it depends how you do it, right?
Yeah.
It's not exact, but it gives you example strategies, exactly how it works, scripts. It's pretty dang cool though, too. Like it's insane to me how this all works. And so like I can do that, right? Here's one of my favorite ones. Let's do this one for, let's do Houston. I like, no, you know what? Let's do one that's not really talked about. Let's, it's a big county that we don't really talk about too much. Let's do Baltimore County. So right now it's Gemini. Create a list of all the relevant government agencies in Baltimore County, Maryland, so I can pull the water shutoff list, fire damage property list, pre-foreclosures, and probates. And so what it's going to do is create a list of how we can start pulling government lists in our city. So we don't have to do this in a stupid way. So Gemini is free, FYI. Okay, so it tells us for the public works, the water shutoff list, here's the phone number. It says it's not directly available. You can contact their customer service area and inquire. Pre-foreclosures, they manage tax sales or delinquent. You can find information about tax sales here. Circuit court, pretty cool. Fire department, phone number. And then there are other government agencies, which I think is pretty dang cool. Now we're getting asked here, can AI use comps? Yes, this is another part we're talking about here, okay? This is actually huge portion of this. And so, for example, let's kind of look at a old address. I don't want to get in trouble here for using actual addresses, but let's try it out. What's the value of this property? So 6002. So I literally just asked it, what's the value of it? Now it's unable to access valuation due to privacy. So that kind of sucks how it does it. But I can do here. It used to actually give this to me. What are comparable sold properties? I think Zillow got rid of the API with it. They used to work together. I don't think they're going to work together anymore. Let's test this out.
Ask for specifics. Pull up all the.
Is this right?
Well, that's.
Did it just pull up comps? Oh my gosh, it did pull up comps.
Yeah, it did. It took a straight.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Whoa. I didn't know it did that. So basically, it does have the Zillow API. So it just did. I said, where are comparable sold properties? So that property sold, right? Here's a similar one, similar characteristics. Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
It gave me this address. That's insane to me. That's nuts. Holy cow. Yeah, comps and ARV. So ARV is probably not perfect, but it'll show comps, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know my theory on comps. You shouldn't be spending. It's not the first thing you do. That's what the first thing a realtor does. You guys have to identify motivation and to get the lowest price possible. So
I can go back here and ask it, what would be the cost of a new roof, kitchen, updating new hardwood floor for 6022 based on the square footage? So we're going to see what are the repair costs of this property, if it needs new floors, a new roof, all these things. And so basically it's going to roof replacement 5 to 15, kitchen 10. So it'll tell me about 35, 5, about 40, 50 grand. That's pretty good. I mean, it's insane to me. It gave you a little quote. And so I can do this too. In Dallas, Texas, what would the cost of replacing a kitchen that has a 1,500 square foot property? And so if I'm in Dallas, I have a house that's 1,500 square feet. How much would it cost me to replace the kitchen? And so it's going to look at data. So it's going to say about 10 to 20. Mid-model, 40 to 75. That's a little off, I think. So I don't think 75 grand to replace a small kitchen. So just kind of looking at the data here and seeing. So let's talk about some of my other favorite ones. Here's a big one. What zip code in Marietta, Georgia has the most cash sales per 1,000 people? Why is that important? Where are the most cash sales being happening? Now, this is where this AI gets a little correct. It tries to be correct all the time. It thinks it knows everything, which knows more than me probably. So it can't process that because due to the privacy concerns anymore, which kind of sucks. It used to be able to do that. But we can do other things. Like, for example, if I'm driving for dollars, I can find busy areas for bandit signs. Based on Google Maps, what the busiest areas here? Let's see here. They do have live traffic data. Drives me crazy. All right. What zip codes have the largest concentration of older homes in Port St. Lucie, Florida? These are old barred ones I'm just plugging in to test out. So it used to give me this information. Okay. So that ain't going to work anymore. Let's see here. This one's pretty good, though. So let's do virtual wholesaling markets. What area is the cheapest to buy in Texas with a population of over 100,000? Should give me that. I don't see a privacy concern on this one. see here. So what are good areas in wholesaling over 100K? That's really thinking here. Let's see what it says.
Well, you're working it.
Oh, yeah. See, I like AD. He says, I have no excuse. There is no excuse. That's the point. Jeez Louise. All right. We can do this, though. Virtual wholesaling. Give me a list. Oops. Give me a list of all counties in the USA. Population. County 400,000. Let's see if that does it. So let's look at good wholesaling counties. There's 65 counties. Pretty good. And so in response length. So we can do this. Over 100,000, but under 300. That might work too. It says the response length was the issue. U.S. Census Bureau. So it gives me the links to the bureau. So it's not terrible. It does have. It's a little more different now, unfortunately. But you actually, let me show you this. Here, one of my favorite ones. You can literally just go out here and ask it to write your emails. I've already said that before, but like, for example, let's do our scripts. I've always talked about how to do like scripts for sellers. Like, make 5 scripts mentioning that I sell their house for cash and I'm a wholesaler looking to wholesale. And so these are like cash buyer scripts that we have in freeholding.com. So if you were looking to get 5 scripts for cash buyers, let's see here. So it gave me 5 scripts. Hey, notice you recently bought for cash. I'm a wholesaler. Some more deals, interested in buying any more quickly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool, right?
Yep.
It's got these 5 on here. They customize the message. You see how each one has a customized address on it because I asked it to do customized addresses. This is the power of AI. We can do the same thing for actual motivated sellers. So let's do SMS text blasting here. So I have the link in freeholding.com here, but I'm going to just copy and paste in here for time purposes. Write 10 SMS text blasting messages saying that me and my partner are looking to buy 2 more houses for cash in the area, and I stumbled upon the house and I was seeing if they wanted to sell it for cash. Simple, right?
Yeah, cool.
So this is for like the Google Voice method that we talk about. Oh, Lord. Oh, shut up. Oh, my gosh. Well, I can offer some sample messages. It's important to understand text blasting is generally discouraged for the following reasons. Shut up, right?
They got an
Shut your
opinion, though,
trap.
don't
Shut your trap. But still it gave it to me. So, hey, I'm happy, right? So it gave me these texts. Let's go here. Looking to buy 2 more houses. We understand can be time consuming. A local we value. We're serious buyers. So it's just AI powered. We can make it do 50 next time. Like we can do as much as we honestly want, right? Now we can ask it, for example, for code violations. Write an email requesting all open code violations for the past 30 days in Harris County, Texas. Write it from a person named Zach Ginn. Hey, my name's Zach Ginn. I'm writing a request access to public information under the Texas Public Information Act, Chapter 552 of the Texas Government Code, specifically requesting all open code violations, easily searchable and sortable, such as a spreadsheet. Boom. Simple.
Yeah.
Please note you can replace start date and end date with specific ranges. And whoa, even popped up the laws on here, right? Easy. Simple. Guys, I don't know what to tell you here. Like, you're looking to get wholesaling real estate deals. Like, AI is here to do a lot for you. I love digital bandit signs. You can use Gemini to create ads for Facebook groups, just like I said before. You can post it on Craigslist too. You know, here's one thing I'll tell you. Craigslist sometimes doesn't allow you to add in texts, but if you can throw in a generated AI image of we buy houses cash, could help too. So I'm telling you, AI is here to change the way we look at wholesaling and really change the way that we're doing things. But like, it's getting better. It's going to get to the point where it's going to text for us and not call for us because it's against the law still. But AI is here to stay, and there are some big changes I did want to share here. The revolution's here. We're not here to sell anything. Gemini, ChatGPT works really well too, so we love that too. But guys, start getting after it and start using AI for wholesaling real estate. I'm telling you, this is not a fad. This isn't something that's going to go away. This is something that is here to stay that we can use in wholesaling real estate to get wholesaling real estate deals. There's just basically an unlimited amount of things that can happen with AI. I'll be completely honest. I think the biggest change is going to be that generative AI imaging for basically digital bandit signs. And then number 2 is going to be when we get PDFs and just complex data for our list of properties. It can go from there. One thing too, you can just copy and paste. You can get pictures of your Excel spreadsheets, upload it into Gemini, and ask it to analyze that information. So like any of these duplicate, any of these like this, they do a lot of big changes.
And think about if you ever go listen, back in the old days when I used to go in the property management companies, you could take a picture of their board. Imagine what you can do with this.
Take a picture, upload the picture in the AI.
It's crazy.
It'll do it all for you.
But like sometimes you guys go to courthouse, you take pictures of the probate master file, the docket. Guys, all of a sudden pictures are translated into data just like that. To me, freaking blows me away. And let's face it, most of us are one-man armies. I was for my first 7 years, by choice, unfortunately. And we have to do a lot of this stuff ourselves. So what I want you to understand 2 things. AI is here to assist you to move faster and comb through leads and get them quicker. I don't believe AI is going to go start from finish while you sit on the beach. So once you can identify a motivated seller, it's you, the wholesaler, that has to jump in and put the human in there, be authentic, and connect with them. Once you do that, you can do amazing things. One warning, the second one is a warning on AI. Guys, don't sit there for 4 hours and try to get the perfect logo. It's still not going to change anything. Nobody cares. I just don't pay somebody $500 to do your logo. Back in the day when I had to do this, it was $3K to get someone to do logo, and it was a 2-week process. Now you're doing it in 10 to 20 seconds. So if you're ever going to do a logo, make it super simple. Don't make it complicated. Remember, it is always you that is the difference when coming to wholesaling, because people don't care about your company. They care about you. Are you honest? Do you have integrity? And are you being truly authentic? If you want to use the logo to get in the door, that's fine. But honestly, like logos for beginner wholesalers, even seasoned wholesalers, it just doesn't mean a whole lot. So don't spend weeks or hours on end trying to get the perfect logo, unless that's what you want to. Just at least replace it with like your Netflix series that you're going into. That's an easy way to do it. So I love AI. You're going to have to get on board with it. If you go, it's not a fad. I'm telling you, the ability to scan documents is, to me, wild. And it's also frightening. You're going to have to be careful who you share your screens with, who you share documents with. You can take slideshows, everything, and you can translate stuff instantly. You can do transcripts with voice. Guys, these are tools that would have cost you a fortune just a few years ago. Now it's all at your fingertips. And what I really love about this, it's free. AI, I don't care how much money you got. And so I will tell you, there's a lot of gurus out there. I've got special AI. No, dude, they're just tapping into all this stuff and they're charging you guys. Like, wake up. And honestly, if you're a really good wholesaler, why are you messing around doing software companies and data? It's just a quick score.
So,
yeah.
Guys, the excuses are eliminated. Oh, I can't write emails to pull. I don't have time. AI, write it. I don't know where to pull the probates. AI. I don't know the laws for probates. AI. Like, the AI can do a lot of these things that you're having problems on. Oh, I don't know exactly how to pull the water shut-off list. AI. Like, it's giving you all the information. Oh, they gave me a PDF. AI. I can't do digital bandit signs. AI. Yeah. It's all in there for you. Oh, I can't create 100 text messages in 5 seconds. Actually, you can. AI, right? And so a lot of these excuses you guys have and guess what? How much is the Gemini AI? It's free. You're watching on YouTube. You already have a Google account.
That's already in there. Perfect fit here.
It works out, guys. And so if you want to hop on the bandwagon, go to freewholesaling.com, our free real estate wholesaling course. We actually have our AI section for how to wholesale real estate with AI. Guys, it took about what? It took about, I think, 1 hour for you to be like, oh yeah, this is actually going to change everything for AI. You're like, oh yeah, I hear it. I'm like, no, just sit down. Oh, okay, whatever.
I'm an old man.
I said, just go to chatgpt.com.
Yeah.
Then he did it. And he looked at it. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
And
And then I said, just sit down and just start typing things. And he's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like having an employee at your fingertips.
And now you write emails with AI.
So also, guys, now you're going to have to compete with the people that use this technology. So if you like think you're going to bypass it, you're going to be so far behind the other lead generators that they're going to be beating you to the punch. Even if you're the most talented negotiator in the world, you're still going to have to move with AI for speed to get the leads converted. Because if I can get that data 2 weeks before you did, it gives me a huge head start.
I mean, think about this. Like, let's say you have a lead. Say, write 5 follow-up texts for this lead with this person, and it'll create the 5. Then just copy and paste to put in there, right? It'll do all these things. Heck, it's pulling up comps for you now. What excuse you got now? Literally pulling up comps. What are you going to do? So let's answer some questions and talk about it. Guys, again, we do have our event, April 24th, 25th. So if you guys do want to see us live, we got that. Send in your JV deals. April 25th through
24th through 25th.
25th.
Dallas, Texas. Yeehaw.
Wholesaling Accelerator. Live event. How do I rate this?
You didn't spell it right.
Yes, I did.
Not accelerator.
How did AI do it for me?
It's the only thing I learned in school was spelling. Because I just got a pop quiz like every day because I was just that kind of kid.
So FYI, guys, April 24th, 25th, we have our live event called the Wholesaling Accelerator. Accelerate your wholesaling real estate business. Give me a JV deal. It's free. If not, you can just join FlipDirect Plus and hop on there and be there. I will tell you this. We have a capacity now at the event, and we are slowly reaching it. And so what we did yesterday is we did a sale on FlipDirect Plus. We're basically $400 off of it, so no sign-up fee for the next 24 hours. I'm actually doing all the sign-up work myself for this weekend. So I said, all right, 24 hours. For 24 hours, we'll do it. So it ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. It's only $99 a month, and there's no sign-up fee. It's only $99, and that's it. I will tell you this, and I swear to you, I have to do it all myself. So I will end it tonight at 11:59, and I'm not doing this again. Okay, it's probably a lot of work. I had a lot more people sign up than I thought. So if you want to go FlipDirect Plus, this is only for the next 24 hours yesterday. I sent the email yesterday. So 24 hours ends tonight, 11:59 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it's going back to $500. And so you choose whatever you want. And then even when it comes back to $500, we'll probably shut it down in a couple of weeks because we're going to hit the capacity for our event.
Yeah.
The event space, I think, has 300. So once it hits 300, if I get 300 people submitting tickets, I'm shutting down FlipDirect Plus to only people doing JVs, and we're going to go from there. So 24 hours, you have my word. It'll be there. That price will be locked in, and that's it. Okay. I'm telling you, after 24 hours, it is over, and I'm not doing this again. Okay. So I'm excited. So do basically Zooms with us. You got to come to our events for free. You get to hop on our
two of them,
our extended live streams. We do bonus live streams Wednesdays and Fridays. And basically you can message me and Rick personally too, and then join our community with all the other people in FlipDirect Plus. And so pretty exciting. That event's going to be awesome. We have a lot of FlipDirect Plus people joining and actually speaking at the event. We're going to do some interactive stuff. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We're pumped up for it. It's going to be in Dallas, Texas. So it's going to be exciting. So I'm excited to talk to everyone on there and help them become the best wholesaler possible. But FlipDirectPlus.com if you want to hop on there. It's just regular FlipDirect, just with more. And so, yeah, we're excited. We're here to talk about it and get going. So
you get more access to us, and then you get the personal invitation where we can spend 2 days together. And we just talk about wholesaling. I don't take you on boat rides. I don't got time for all that stuff. Like we we interact and do as much as we can, and we're available to all our members. To me, it's a great deal. So if you submit a deal and we JV together, you get 1 year free with it, which we have a lot of people taking up on that. If you just want to join into it, just want to keep the money for yourself, you can't beat the deal we've thrown out here. Actually, I had an argument with him over it, but
well, we got the capacity. It was actually, so the reason why we did the sale is the capacity was 200. No, it was 150. And then they said, oh, you can do 300. I said, really?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, let's do a sale on here. And we actually kind of got more people signed up than I wanted, if that makes sense. So I said, all right, 11:59. That's it. I'll wait for the live stream, and then it's over. We're gonna do no more after that. So, or we might. Who knows? We'll see how generous I'm feeling, but probably not for a good bit. Hopefully. So, Flipboard Plus, hop on there, and yeah, let's answer some questions. So, Lucas says, February 8th, 2024, FCC law passed about AI. Yeah, it was clearly against TCPA, so it was never the AI cold calling thing. I had one guy. Some we've worked with, right?
We've been pitched a lot.
He was just like, oh man, there's this new software from this guy. Actually, I knew the guy. And it was like, I was going to cold call for you. And it was going to, for wholesaling, right? And the guy was getting leads and deals. And like, I was like, I really want to do this. It literally picks up the phone and says, hey, and it uses AI. It says, are you looking to sell your house? And it will have a full-on conversation with you. And
it's pretty wild.
It sounds really good. But here's the problem. I know for a fact, I'm not going to be the DA's guinea pig on a $500,000 fine.
Yep.
Just being honest. I've seen it happen in Florida with RVMs. Those ringless voicemails used to drop recorded voicemails into 100,000 phone numbers all at once. And it worked really, really well. But I'm telling you right now, it's you don't want to get in trouble for it. So I agree with you there. Also, he said Gemini just removed hours of data entry. So guys, if you're using data entry, if you were actually going out here and trying to, put data in, I used to have a lot of VAs in India actually to do the data organizing, entry, stacking lists. AI is doing it all for us for free. And so that's the power of AI. It's pretty cool. A lot of the scripts we're doing, and works out pretty dang well. So let's do some one-on-ones really quick. If you want to hop on, talk to us one-on-one, let's go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. Let's go here. All right, cool. You just got to go to the Facebook group, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. So go to Wholesaling Houses for Real, Facebook group. Go here. StreamYard link is right here. Try to get some one-on-one calls with me, and we'll go from there. So let's talk to everyone, see what we can do to help you become a better wholesaler. So John, what is up, man?
What's up, John?
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. I got a good one for you guys. So basically, I came across some gold. I came across this guy who actually has a deal under contract for 6 properties for $715,000, but the deal's fallen through. And he said that he doesn't mind doing an assignment of contract, but he just needs like an end buyer in place for sure. And then he'll be able to do like an assignment of contract. I was just curious, how would you guys go about that very nuanced situation?
So are you talking about the seller of the 6 properties or
Yeah.
the buyer?
Yeah. So the seller of the 6 properties, he's obviously an investor if he has 6 different properties.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just trying to get out of the state of Illinois. He lives in Arizona, but he said he wouldn't mind. So I told him, hey, look, I'm a wholesaler. That's why I even cold called you in the first place.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then he was like, oh, I work with a bunch of wholesalers. And then I was like, I wouldn't mind doing an assignment of contract, but I just need to know for sure that there's an end buyer in place. So, how should I go about that? I mean, especially, if the deal.
It's the same process. You're not assigning anything to him. What are you talking about? Person sale. Each deed needs a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless they're all together, but
it's a person sale.
So the question is at that number, because when you start talking total numbers, listen, you usually got some that work in there and some of them are just dogs. That's why people lump prices together. Single family homes, each asset has to be priced out separately. That's just the nature of the beast, unless they're all interlocked together. So I don't know if it made sense at that number. And that's the first thing you have to assess before you even like start tying up your time. Also, just use some basic clues. If one buyer went in there and it didn't work, heed the warning, because it might not work for you at that number. That's your perfect opportunity to ask for a discount. But typically guys that own multiple properties, they hold tight on their number.
Yeah.
And so there's that number. I mean, does it work at 715? That's the real question.
Yeah. So definitely doing the due diligence.
Yeah.
And but like how would you guys go about the place of like actually having a buyer in place to do that
Get a
assignment of
buyer.
contract?
It's
Okay.
wholesaling, man.
Yeah. You just have
Get a
7
buyer.
different deals. I would pick his most tired, weak, vacant property and just go to town and get a buyer as fast as you can. If you can get one to work, likely you'll get all 6 to work. But the problem is when they start putting all the prices together, just say, listen, I got to test the water with one of them. If I can do one, I'll take them all down.
Yeah.
But like, you got to test them, because at some point it's only 6 properties. You have to price out each asset, and you got to have a spread in there to make it work. Like, but these guys with bigger portfolios, they do this all the time and they waste your time. Pick the most tired and beaten property he has that's vacant, and go try to find a buyer like less than a week. And if you can put that together, then now you have a relationship and you could probably have success at least getting half, if not the rest of the portfolio. But to try to take the whole thing down in one chop, someone's already failed before. The prices might not work. And the problem with all these deals is you have some winners and you got some major losers in there. Depends on who gets stuck with the asset, on who wins here. And that's the real problem. So I just like to pick one because I don't want to waste time. I don't want to comp 7 properties, do 7 contracts, and go find 7 different buyers. And the odds of finding one buyer for all 6 properties, it's much more time intensive, and it's a different level of buyers. So try to pick off one. And then once you form that relationship and show him a proof of concept, he'll be much more willing to work on with you on the other 5. Go, listen, let me just try one. Let me see what we got here. Because if he won't bend on his crappiest property, it's only going to be worse from there. You understand what I'm saying? And by the way, I've had this happen to me 1,000 times. It's the same story every time. Usually they come in, I got 30 properties. I need $4.6 million. I'm like, what do I do? You know, it's like you're over. Just think about this. When you're going to attack something, listen, when you're going to eat a big piece of pie, right? You just start one bite at a time. But we start looking and go, how the hell am I going to eat that whole thing in one bite? Just one thing at a time. Because now you can test the waters and see if it works without giving up tons of your resource. The worst thing you can do is try to comp everything, try to figure it out, do all this marketing, and then you waste your time for a month or 2 and you get nowhere. I promise you there's a pig in there. And that's why he's trying to batch them all. Are they on the same street?
No, not that I know of.
Same city?
Same city. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, and you got to understand, if someone's going to buy 6, they're going to expect a significant discount too. So find out if the discount's in one, and then you can extrapolate it from there. That's what I would do. That's what I do on all of them.
Solid.
You got it?
Yeah. One last key question that I had was, hold on, I got them right here. Okay, so that was my biggest one right there. So that was a great answer. I'll definitely implement that. And then, so one title company that I have in my back pocket. So I already have my first solidified one, but the bad part is that they're in a much different city, so they're pretty far. But I'm looking for like a local title company in my own place. And one of the requirements that they had for a successful assignment of contract was, it said all parties, which is seller, signer, and that assignee, will be required to sign assigning instructions. We will provide the form. Does that mean that
No.
Does that mean no?
Get another one.
That's their requirements. It's not yours.
It's not a legal requirement.
They're just trying to cover their butt and like, I told everybody. No, it's not a law. It's just their policy. And if you do that, now you're working for them. You're paying them. Hey, if you're not going to do it my way, I'll just find someone else to do it. You're not asking anyone to skirt the law or do anything. But here's the problem is, title companies traditionally, 95% of them focus on realtors. Realtors don't do assignment of contracts. So when it comes up and you choose to use a title company you have not vetted and understand their instructions, they will run you under the bus every time. They're like, you know why? Because the owner, this is it. The owner's decided it's risky, it's scary, I don't understand it. And for this reason, I'm going to find disclosures everywhere. Like, where do we end on disclosures? Have you seen a traditional closing? It's so out of control. It says if they screw up the taxes, you still got to make up the difference. If you lie to them, they're not responsible. And it's getting to the point they don't want any liability anymore. I don't even know why we pay for title policies, but I know why we do it. That is an absolute no-go. It should be seamless. And for full disclosure, on a HUD, the assignment things are already on there. So why don't they do the same thing for all realtors, all mortgage brokers? Anyone who's making money off that HUD should get a separate disclosure and everybody should sign it. But they're picking on the wholesaler. And I'm telling you, if you do it, you're going to have huge fights on your hand and you're going to lose deals. They are not the right title company. So just so you know, title companies are licensed per state, not per city or county. So if you got to do one that's a little bit more off the beaten path, but they follow your program, find a way to make it work. You can do mobile closings. You can do all sorts of stuff. I get it. It's much easier to do it in the town you're doing it. It makes people more comfortable. But guys, do not be bullied by these title companies. It is their policy. I'm not enforcing that. That's ridiculous. You just scare everybody. Like, let me tell you, I go to buy like spray paint the other day at Home Depot. I've got to go get like a supervisor to check it out to make sure I don't do something crazy with the spray paint. It's ridiculous. It's like, and so we're coming to a society where everybody wants to cover their butt. So when they do that, they're not helping you, they're hurting you, and they're covering their butt. And if anything ever comes back, they're just going to walk away. Whole point of the title company is supposed to ensure the transaction, make it, if it has to be disclosed on the HUD legally anyways, that's as far as it needs to go.
Yeah.
Now there's all sorts of little tricks and trades, but like them going out of the way going, hey, John's a wholesaler. Here's his assignment fee and everybody needs to know about it. They don't know what we go through to find these deals.
Oh.
We deal with the most problematic properties and we provide a service. I'm not doing that. Absolutely zero. I'm telling you guys, negotiate on this. You're going to lose. When you get your $50,000 deal, it's going to go down the drain because people get freaked out and they go, and then all of a sudden they want to bring in a lawyer and then they bring in real estate agents and it gets complicated. Do not settle for that. So if you have to use one that's further out, John, use them.
Okay. Understood.
You got it?
Yep. Thank you so much for your help. I got all my questions answered.
Okay. Awesome,
Yep.
man.
Thank
Okay,
you.
go get it, man.
I'm also going to join Flip with Work literally right now. So, yeah, thank you.
I hope to see you in Dallas, man. I'd love to see you in person, man.
I'll be there.
It's so fun connecting with people. Like we're so online, but like that's why I said, Zach, we got to do some live events. He's like, well, we do everything online. What's the deal? There's just that human connection we all kind of crave. So,
and remember, guys, it's going to be all recorded. Can we walk in the event with a horse and a cowboy hat?
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but
you can be a cowboy.
How's that supposed to mean?
You can put a hat on. We can ride on a horse.
Oh, I just get a curly lip mustache while I'm doing it.
I'll grow it out now. All right. I appreciate it, man. Go after it, man. I'll see you. No, I'm saying like we can both ride on horses with the hat. Be like the Texas Rangers.
You do what you got to do. I don't do the
and
dog.
I can be like I can be the Guru Ranger. Oh, that'd be cool. We'll think about it.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to do some like really neat stuff. And for the people in Flip with Work Plus, when we do on the stream afterwards, we're going to brainstorm all our ideas because we want your input.
FYI, freewholesaling.com, go there. Like you've seen, we've been doing on YouTube, even the event we're having in Dallas, we're going to record it all and we're going to post it on the YouTube channel for free. Because that's exactly what the information I've always said should never, ever cost you anything. So literally this event, you don't have to come. I promise you will be recorded and released to you. I sat down Monday, right? And we released the acquisitions video where you and I just did a full hour-and-a-half presentation on acquisitions that we gave in front of all those people. It's amazing. We put our heart and soul into it and we give it to everyone publicly for free. It cost me a lot of money to record those events, employees, all these things. But I said, we got to give it to the people. It's for them. It's never for me. And so we had our accountant break down for an hour and a half exactly how to not pay as much tax as possible in wholesaling. So we got some really cool stuff coming down the pipeline too. That event, remember, you don't have to come. It will be recorded for you. most people, you got to pay what, $500 for the recording of an event after you pay to go there. And so, yeah, it's insane. So, yeah, guys, it's all recorded on there for you. So, Avi, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm doing good. I had a JV deal going on with y'all, but it fell through. It wasn't nothing on our end, but the house has a big old black lock on it right now, and we think the FBI might have something to do with it.
Oh God.
So
Yeah, I love that keyboard in the background. Can you play us something?
It's turned off right now, but
Okay.
So
next time I'll hook you up.
your DHT is killing you.
It does kill me, man.
Yeah. So
Plus, he's got the Raiders in the background.
I know we've talked to him before.
I like the
I've
Raiders.
talked to him like 4 times already. All right.
Right.
No, yeah. So if the FBI is on there, man, there's not much I can do.
Right. But my question is pretty much like, because I still want to JV with you all.
Of course.
I met one of your teammates, Ted Cox. Do I have to submit, if I put something else on the contract, do I have to submit it through sellmypaper.com again? Or do I just have him handle it?
Put it through Sell My Paper so I can see it.
Okay.
Just request whoever you're working with to take it over, and they'll take it over.
Yeah, you can request.
Because so FYI, like if you're doing in Houston, you've got 3 or 4 people that it's kind of like a round robin for the leads. So just request the person, and it'll go to them.
Okay, because I want to make sure I still stay with this guy, because I'm supposed to be meeting him tomorrow just to say what's up. Because
yeah, it's great. Even if you don't do a deal,
nice little relationship, right?
So just request it in the notes, and then it'll go through there. Now you can go around us, but I'm not saying that bad way, right? But you just won't get the Flipboard Plus. So make sure you submit through the portal and everything. Let's get a closing done, man.
He knows I want to do the Flipboard Plus. That's why I'm trying to ask the steps to do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and worst case scenario, if you go through him, just make sure that like you let us know about it, and he'll help us out with it, and then boom, we'll put you in there. Not the
All right, and got a couple questions about probates. Whenever I'm looking up probates, if it don't have a PR, it has like applicant, petitioner, affiant. Are they going to be the future PR?
It just depends.
It's all depend. I like going after last names because it's the surefire way of knowing it's a relative. Some PRs are like the sister's best friend, and they're like the PR, but they're not the ones getting the money or making the decision. So
most PRs are the beneficiary too.
Not all of them.
But every now and then they have to put a lawyer in there and stuff like that. So it's,
sometimes the PR is a lawyer. You don't want to be talking to the lawyer, right? You want to be talking to the person. So I like going after last names. Obviously, people got married and changed names, but I would go after last names if I can. But PR is definitely, as long as it's not a lawyer, look up the address for the name. You should be fine with it.
All right. Do you go after people that share the same address? Like if they lost their spouse and they're still in the same place?
Yes.
You do?
Here's like, I get the common sense approach to it. Like that's kind of,
I
but here's the problem is you never, like Zach convinced me a long time ago, because I used to never cold call probates. You know why? Because I had this vision in my head. I go, I'm an ambulance chaser. I don't want to be that guy. And Zach goes, either you chase them or the realtors and all the other wholesalers are going to beat them to you. And if you believe you provide the best service and you're the most authentic, skilled wholesaler in the area, you're doing a disservice by not doing it. So if you look at it like that, because you can always apologize. Remember, when they call us or however you do it, you call them. I don't go, hey, I saw your husband died. Can I help you out? Right. So you got to, I always call it warm calling. I don't talk about the probate unless they want to talk about it. Is your house for sale?
Right.
Sometimes they cry, sometimes they scream, sometimes they hang up on you. If you're okay with it, then that's fine. But once you start filtering data, I promise you, you're going to miss a gold mine in there somewhere, because there's only so many probate leads. And if you go, well, I'm not going to do this. The only one that I cut the corner, and they're very rare. Every now and then there is a minor in there, and the courts are pretty good about redacting that stuff. But I have seen them get through. That's my only exception. I go, absolutely not. But you have no idea. Remember, if I teach you go for no, you have no idea what's going on in the back of people's minds. And listen, if people were married a long time, like a lot of people, they want to change because there's so many memories in that house. So offer your services, be super polite, and just give them room and give them time when it comes to probate, especially wholesaling.
Okay. Because there's a couple of them I skipped, and those were one of them, the ones that lived together. apartments. I didn't know if like the people like actually own the apartments if they lived in.
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, you have to sort the asset. But remember, when people pass away and they've had a bonded relationship, some of those people just want to move on with their life too. They want something fast. They don't want to deal with it. So if you filter, like a lead is a lead,
okay.
unless there's some hard, like some borderline illegal thing, just go through them all.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to miss out on one. Like, man, if you call her, because life is weird. The reason you and me are connecting is no coincidence. I have a need to tell people the truth about wholesaling. You had your ears on wholesaling. This is how we connected. You need to look at your probates the same way. You don't know what anyone's thinking, and don't look at a piece of paper and just start judging. I take the leads, I throw out a net, and I shake out the starfish and the catfish, and I'm looking for people that want a win-win situation. If you honestly believe that you can help people out and you're the best fit, you owe it to everybody to go out and not filter leads. So unless there's some illegalities, go through them all, because it could be the difference of making or breaking you.
Will do.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of my skip that had a bunch of errors, and I was like, oh, that's probably a bunch of people going to be fighting over properties. And
I've done it with 26 errors. I used to market to the errors. I don't do that anymore. It's a waste of time. Just go straight to the PR. Don't worry about the number of errors. Occasionally people can all come together and figure it out. But I used to only do 4 or less errors. And like I wasted a lot. Like I missed out on a lot of opportunities. So focus on the PR. Anyone that owns a property that's in probate in that county you're servicing, you need to find a way to try to connect with them. And then you just let them tell you what they want to do. And that's it. Then you've explored every opportunity. So when people say, am I doing everything in probates? Yeah, you got to go do them all. Once you start nitpicking, you're going to get narrower and narrower. You think you know everything. Like, I'm only going to do it if there's only 4 errors, and if the PR lives in this city. And next thing you know, you're just filtering too much. So I'd rather you unfilter than overfilter when it comes to probates.
Gotcha. Well, that's all I had, and I appreciate your time in answering those questions. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Appreciate
we'll
you.
see you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, if you want to learn how to wholesale real estate for free, make sure you go to freewholesaling.com, and we'll see you soon. Hop on Flipboard Plus if you want to join the extended live stream. We got till 11:59 p.m. tonight, and it is gone. So, appreciate it, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.